Hello, now our word for today is patience, because the time it took for this case to conclude requires extraordinary, alien-like patience that could even rival the most trained monks. So what am I talking about? So I'm talking about Mr. Vong Navarro's cases, in which it's finally got its conclusion. And the conclusion it got is the best ending that Mr. Vong's team could ever get. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, let me give you a rundown on what happened. So Mr. Vong is a Filipino comedian, actor, and dancer, and he is pretty big here in the Philippines. So he is known to be very kind and in general very down-to-earth guy. But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. When I mean Fire Nation, I meant Denise Cornejo and Cedric Lee. Here is Denise the model and Cedric the businessman. So this herpes-infested hellspawns, the devil and his wife, hatched a very evil, meticulous yet very stupid plot to extort money. So what their no wrinkles, super smooth and shiny brains came up with is to accuse Mr. Vong of rape. So what their plan was is to lure Mr. Vong to Denise's condo, then ambush him like a Trojan horse in the Battle of Troy. But if you want to hear his full statement, I'll link his interview down below. So here's him after getting beat up, and he kinda looks like Deadpool though, not gonna lie. So for those of you who doesn't have the time to watch the video, I'll just summarize what he said. So basically he was asked to go to Denise's Cornejo's condo, then he got ambushed by armed men and got beat up to stage the incident where they caught Mr. Vong raping that disgusting harpy. Then they went to the police station to place a blotter for their quote-unquote security to make sure that he will not countersue them. Now the question is, why did he went there? Well, my best guess is to probably clap some cheeks, because he did state that some things did happen, but there was no intercourse. So whether that were true or not remains unknown. But regardless of that being true, that goes to show that everything is consensual and no rape occurred that day. And they would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those meddling CCTV cameras. So this stupid group of Homo erectus with an IQ of probably 10 combined hatched their plot and actually forgot that a condominium building has CCTVs all around. So it's a very good thing that they are super duper stupid not to wipe off the evidence off of those cameras. Because they even went as far as placing a blotter report for their quote-unquote security and not think about the security cameras. I mean, how super mega dumb can you be? That dumb mistake could even make Patrick Star look like Albert Einstein. So the CCTV actually showed that what Mr. Vong's statement is extremely accurate. And it even showed that the devil and his wife is having a flirtatious moment, probably to celebrate their successful plan, which further proves and strengthens Mr. Vong's case that these hellspawns illegally detained him and just proves their extortion plot. So after the CCTV was released, everyone could hear their jaws dropping to the floor like nukes, and the rape case was thrown to the trash like this. So when Mr. Vong was detained and got charged with rape, his attackers threatened the shit out of him, saying that they'll target his kids and all, and Mr. Vong said, screw all that shit, and actually countersued them for serious illegal detention for ransom. And I do feel for Mr. Vong because in those 10 years he must have been fearful for his life, because I imagine when that first happened to him, he must have had this very serious case of anxiety wherever he goes, because you'll never know if there are lackeys of those two waiting for him, wanting to do something malicious to him. And imagine potentially feeling like that for 10 excruciating years. It is outlandish. Now fast forward to today and we got the best ending, baby. Let's go! So on May 2, 2024, it was announced that the evil group, the Every Villain is Lemons group, consisting of Denise Cornejo, Cedric Lee, and 4 other douchebags, was sentenced to, get this, life in prison. Yes, sir! And I couldn't imagine a world where the people in the Philippines that watched this, that followed this case, didn't smile on their sentencing. So here's Denise's mugshot. So people did point out that why is the face not similar? But I would say that it's the same person, because if you look at the nose and the lips, it's pretty much the same. And maybe she got fat, a little bit fat in the jawline a bit. I mean, it's been 10 years. So these were the statements from the legal documents. The accused admitted that they restrained Vong Navarro in order to prevent complainant from fighting back and from escaping. The accused also admitted that upon restraining complainant Navarro, they duct taped the hands of complainant Navarro. All of the accused admitted that they saw the hands of the accused being duct taped. Even on its own assessment of the evidence, this court finds that the defense failed to prove the elements of flagrant delicto. This court does not believe that the testimonies of Denise Cornejo and Zimmer Raz that Vong Navarro attempted to rape Denise on her condo unit on January 22, 2014. Thus, the first element, which is the overact, is missing. Considering the evidence offered by the prosecution, it is established that Vong Navarro did suffer serious physical injuries, making the fourth element of the serious illegal detention present. This court finds the accused, after restraining Vong Navarro, extorted money from the latter in exchange of the latter's liberty and safety. The acts of Denise Cornejo, Cedric Lee, Zimmer Raz, and Ferdinand Guerrero, when taken together, reveal that they acted in concert with one another, and that their acts emanate from the same purpose or common design, showing unity in its execution. Wherefore, premise considered, this court hereby finds the accused Denise Meliente Cornejo, Cedric Lee, Ferdinand Guerrero, and Simeon Palma Raz guilty beyond reasonable doubt for the crime of serious illegal detention for ransom, defined and punished under our Article 267 of the Revised Penal Code as amended, and hereby sentence them to suffer the penalty of reclusion perpetua. The penalty of reclusion perpetua or life sentence is a chef's kiss. Mwah. And the cherry on top of that is they are not allowed for bail. And the fun does not stop there. They are required to pay Vong Navarro's team a total of 300,000 pesos worth of legal fees and damages. And Cedric Lee, the probable mastermind of the plot, actually gained some IQ back and did the most smartest thing in his career, and that is to surrender to the police. Because if they don't, he will be manhunted, and it could have been a lot worse if he actually didn't surrender. And here's his mugshot. Ugh. I mean, look at this ugly bastard. His lack of hair resembles his lack of brain cells. And this just came out, and that he denies all of the allegations, and he claims that it was just a fight. So the IQ that I said he gained earlier immediately retracted like his hairline. And let this man be a lesson to all of us on why people don't smile on mugshots. It's because A, you will look like a complete and total dickhead, and B, you will have a hard time defending yourself if you're smiling, because it will look like that you have no remorse and you're not taking the situation seriously. And Mr. Vong did address the sentencing in their noontime show, saying his thanks to all the support he received all those years. So overall, a very nice conclusion to a very long battle for justice. And screw those two. So that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching. Bye.